It's really creepy how Westerners see Japanese anime characters and keep trying to classify them into real-world races based on their stylistic features and skin color. East Asians watching anime just think of those characters as residents of that world, never associating their skin or hair color with any Earth race. Maybe this difference is one of the reasons why Westerners can't capture the essence of Japanese anime. With the Gachiakura drama, it's never been more apparent to the Japanese creator and consumer the existence of the identity-obsessed fan, something that's been reaching a boiling point on the Japanese side of things, being accused of all types of racism when characters don't meet the IOF's demands or expected outcomes for what they believe to be true. We saw this with Mina from MHA when her skin tone got revealed, clearly showing she wasn't black, causing outrage for the millionth time amongst that fandom. Even with Ochako or Gravity didn't end up with Toga but instead Deku, which still surprises me how there are those who couldn't see that coming. And just shows you how ideology can easily blind someone to what's obvious. In fact, again, with Merkel art being drawn by Hitokoshi, the creator himself drawing her shades lighter from what the IOF deems acceptable, causing outrage which becomes predictable at this point, following years of telling Japanese or Asian artists period, #fixed your art. And it's something Japan is waking up to and becoming frustrated with constantly being accused by the IOF. For instance, with this tweet. What the hell is it with people who just won't get it no matter how many times I say that when Japanese folks latch onto characters, it's about their backstories or circumstances, not race. Japanese people barely think of skin color as more than just an icon. It's one facet of personality, nothing more. I can only see folks who obsess over skin color the whole time as having low intelligence. And this is something I'm concerned with, but also very understanding of. Looking at this objectively, if I had someone trying to constantly impose themselves and project their intentions onto me, I would be extremely annoyed and frustrated with the mentality of fuck off, which I see slowly building up. For the past week or so, I've been seeing back and forth on this subject. Western users telling Japanese users that the need for representation in manga and Japanese media must be more, or that ones who exist already are racist or need the proper cultural sensitivity training behind these characters, with Japanese users trying to give a response and reasons why black characters aren't ubiquitous in anime, that I'm not going to fully read out on here because it would take forever, but with one common sense reason, as I listed several reasons why black people rarely appear in Japanese works. There simply aren't many black people in Japanese society to begin with. This isn't America.
Think about that.
And there's a realization that's slowly occurring that trying to make sense of this conversation is pointless, such as, even if it's described without any racist imagery, they'll inevitably find discrimination from every possible angle. So it's only natural to feel like you just don't want to get involved anymore, right? And they're already demanding an arrogant infinite consideration that's just asking for it, you know? People who insist on making the characters in fictional works black seem to have an aspect where, even before their lack of understanding of creative works, they only have a single yardstick in their world of black or white, which caused different Japanese users pointing out tan Japanese people to make the point that just because a character is darker skin tone doesn't automatically mean black. Even a Western user tried to dunk on Gyaru culture in Japan, imposing their own ideological reasoning for why that aesthetic would exist with Japanese women. That must be why Japanese women created a style that goes against the whiteness that's so highly valued in your country, because you couldn't care less about skin color. With Japanese users responding, you don't get Japanese girls at all. For them, tanning isn't an ideology, it's fashion. If you talk about them all high and mighty like that, they'll flip you the bird. It's so ridiculous how people who aren't even Japanese lecture about Japan with such arrogance. I wish they wouldn't arbitrarily tie their fashion culture to racism or ideology.
Thank you!
It's just a result of the normal tanning boom and the gal fashion hype both trending at the same time, that's all. It's been pointed out over and over elsewhere, but you're way too quick to slap labels on it like it's some deliberate expression of a specific agenda, completely ignoring the original backdrop of Japanese content in anime. Race, white or black, has nothing to do with it. Gyao culture has its types and history too. In Japan, hair and skin color are seriously part of fashion, you know? Don't politically exploit Japan's kawaii when you don't even know shit about it, just to vent your own frustrations. Then would this post sum it up well? Well, that's how it looks to people for whom discriminating based on skin color is the norm, I guess. Which this user just gets how people love to project their own intentions and how they view things onto other people. And as I said, Japan is waking up to the virus that has been rotting away at minds over here. We simplify things when there's much more to it and overcomplicate things when they're actually much more simple. A healthy, productive conversation to reach true understanding has become a lost concept in the West, which is why I'm seeing tweets like these more and more from Japanese users. I really want to tell Japanese and Korean people to give up on debating skin color or race issues of anime and manga characters with Westerners. The conversation just doesn't get through at all. And that point really hits home for me. Ideological, subversive, brainwashed, cult-like thinking really serves as a blockade that doesn't allow any reasoning, logic, or truth to pass through. I say this a lot, but activist social conditioning really works, and the modern Western mind is a real-life example of it. We have a reflexive reaction to see offense everywhere, whether intentional or unintentional. Something that even black creators are facing as well from other black fans and creators, saying their art and stories aren't black enough, which has been clearly shown with Mugen Lord.
I did not expect her to bring so much controversy once I made the post, because the blackness crowd has stepped in and told me that she's not a black woman. I am the creator, and a black creator on top of that told them that Yolanda Briggs is a black woman, but they're telling me that she's not. And no matter how hard I try to plead the case and argue the point that Dr. Yolanda Briggs is a black woman, people still try to override it because Yolanda Briggs doesn't fit their ideal image of what a black character is supposed to look like.
Facing backlash for not meeting the standards because our characters don't look black enough. A tug of war of damned if you do and damned if you don't, because if you don't include enough black features, you're not black enough. And if you include too many, it's stereotypical and considered racist, getting called Uncle Tom or Coon. So if black creators aren't meeting this arbitrary standard, imagine the difficulty for Japanese creators. But for today's video, since I'm really enjoying this season of Classroom Media Elite, especially the last few episodes, I decided to dedicate a sketch to Ayana Koji, who embodies one of my favorite character archetypes, the strategic, calculated mastermind, always 10 steps ahead, maintaining a cool demeanor, and because of that, attracting some of the best baddies in that show. Bit of a psychopath, yes, which was something we discussed in a recent live stream, distinguishing the difference between a psychopath and sociopath, which I would say Kikyo is the latter, but with those heavies, does it matter?
No.
Still learning different expressions, realizing I didn't fully capture that blank expression he always has. I should have slanted the eyelids much more to do so, but yeah, something I gotta consider next time. But shout out to everyone who shared their drawings with me. As someone who just started to learn myself, it's cool to see different styles out there, showcasing them in live streams to share with the chat. But if you are an artist yourself, feel free to check out some of the items I've tagged in this video, including a toolkit that's very similar to mine, which is full of things I still have to learn how to use, which I'm sure will make my sketches look better because I still have to learn shading properly, and the proper tool is to use for that to really bring some depth to my sketches, but I'll eventually learn that. But regardless, I always appreciate the love. Now back to the video. And my worry is that we're soon to export this mindset of always looking for what's potentially offensive to where it will suffocate, stifle, hinder the pure creative process in Japan, having their creators walking on eggshells, as it has over here in Hollywood, AAA, gaming, shows, novels, you name it. Like with these tweets encouraging sensitivity training with Kei Udina, the Gachiaka, the author, and all the drama surrounding that. K Udana, we like your manga. We don't want anything negative for you. We just want to make you learn about the history of racism, black stereotypes, which are things that can still hurt black people now. So please do like Rudo and accept to learn new things. Reality is, if you're going to have black characters and black culture in your creation, you're going to attract black fans, and you need to learn how to treat those fans and black people in general with respect and listen to their voices.
How about no?
And seeing the traps that lie before anyone willing to take this advice, I responded with 2 tweets that I'll combine into one for this video. Dear Japanese creator, in fact all creators, ignore all of these suggestions if you value your creativity and artistic freedom. These are activists, not fans. They'll only guilt trip you into following their every command. Trying to appease them is like trying to fill a bottomless pit. It can't be achieved. They'll accuse you of racism or whatever phobia at any chance they can get. It's a mindset that acts like a virus, spreading and infecting fandoms of all kinds. They will drive you crazy, putting you through constant struggle sessions, having you believe you committed some grave sin. And if you choose to apologize just to ease the tension, they'll just move the goalposts, giving you 10 more reasons of what to apologize for. They'll leave you as a dried up corpse, sucking out all creativity you have left. They are not fans, they are activists whose only default is, how can I be offended, looking for someone to blame. But that's all I have for this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'm gonna leave off with these 2 tweets from Asian users. I think that really shows the contrast between the average Western viewer and the Eastern viewer. It's really creepy how Westerners see Japanese anime characters and keep trying to classify them into real-world races based on their stylistic features and skin color. East Asians watching anime just think of those characters as residents of that world, never associating their skin or hair color with any Earth race. Maybe this difference is one of the reasons why Westerners can't capture the essence of Japanese anime. When Japanese creators think about skin or hair color, it's almost never about race. It's more like making characters visually distinct or color coordination, whether they're lined up together. And I think these 2 tweets sum up a concept I've thought about for years now. In current day, the average Western viewer, increasingly, when viewer entertainment, we're always looking to be offended, then go on social media to be the first to voice our outrage. But the average Eastern viewer, when viewer entertainment, they're just looking to be entertained, and it's that simple.
It's that simple.
Also, if you want to support the content I create, consider joining my channel, becoming a member. It's much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Free think. Peace.